Hello and welcome to all you Librans. Welcome to you Librans. How are you doing? Oh, these are very, very interesting times because so much is going on. And let's talk about you. I always like to talk to Librans. I always get more likes from Librans than from any other sign. Also Scorpio. Because I think that is because my ruler is conjunct Venus, so I think maybe I can relate very well to Librans because I recognize that energy. You are people pleasers, aren't you? You Librans. And it seems like you're going to sense that every now and then we need to step out of what we are really all about. And let's have a look, because I call the month of November, I call it the month of truth. And you Librans, you know, you are, in French they say les balances. So you are the sign, if there's one sign who is very much interested in justice, in fairness, it needs to be fair. My goodness me, it's you Librans. They weigh and they weigh and they weigh, and they may take a little bit longer, but once they made their decision, off they go. And I think next month, not November, but next month will be a month of off they go, with Mars in your sign. Actually, Mars in your sign enters already, it already happens, not next month, but this month already. It's already around the 13th, but it will be a building up. So what is happening? Three important things. The Neptune-Saturn square, it's a bit less important for you. Then the Pluto-Uranus square and Juno, the asteroid Juno, super important for you. And then the blessing, Jupiter and the North Node. Let's start with something that is, I've been talking about this for a year, I think, the tension between Neptune and Saturn. It's not going to stress you out that much. It's more the mutable signs that are going to sense this, which are the Virgos, the Pisceans, the well, you don't need to know actually, but anyway, the Virgos, the Pisceans, the Geminis and the Sagittarians. So, but you will feel it in areas of your life that has square to Saturn is a very significant aspect that has been building up for a long time, and now it comes exact. So at 7 degrees of Sagittarius. And that is in your communication house, your thinking house, how you think, the facts house, you know, it's the house of, and there you will find truth. Reality check here. And that is good for you because Saturn is in your third house, so the reality will come from information that comes to you. Maybe information that comes to you or through your own thinking. Could be the case as well. So that is something that I can let go. I'm on track again. So because Saturn is saying, look, this is real, this is not real. You need to have black on white facts. So this is good for you. So I don't think it will be too stressful for you Librans. But what is mostly important is what I'm going to say now. And it relates to the Pluto-Uranus square. Again, I know, it keeps on haunting us, doesn't it? And it's wave after wave that we're getting here. Because it all started with the eclipse, the lunar eclipse that was very significant for you. Because it involved your sign and your opposite sign. So this is about relationships. And maybe you're not having a relationship, you're saying, who is this? Maybe it's someone a significant person in your life. Someone you have an eye on, for instance. Or maybe for others, it is their love relationship. And for others, it can even be a business partner. Or it can even be someone they work with or a business partner, as I said. So what is going on here? There's also second truth coming up here. So there is truth coming up with the Saturn Neptune on areas that I just explained. But there's definitely truth coming up between you and a significant other in your life. And whether that truth, whether you will like it or not, depends on how much you resist it. So, I don't want to scare people now. They say, oh, truth can be painful. No, truth is just what it is. And for some of you, for a minority of the Librans, it will be, this is even pleasant, you know, after a stressful aspect and the outcome. I didn't expect it. And for others, it will be a little bit painful. Yeah, could be. But whatever it is, it's there to show you the truth. It's there to... your ruler Venus is now going to be squeezed with Pluto and Uranus. And this is a repetition what happened in October, around the 12th of October. Because around the 12th of October, some things came up already that I don't like that word, but that Mercury was involved then, was in your sign, and has given you some information that blew your mind away, probably. Because Uranus is the planet of it's going to show you what it is, but not what you expected, and it relates to another person in your life. So again, the same feeling now around, it's a build-up throughout the whole month, but the culmination is around, I think around the 2nd of the month, no, the 2nd and the 3rd week of the month, you will feel it the most. That something is squeezed here, but now it not has to do with your thinking process, that you might think of something and you're obsessively thinking, and then all of a sudden you have the information, but it's not what you expected. The same thing is going on with feelings now, with Venus. And Venus is in your 1st house, so it relates to you. But indirectly, of course, it relates to someone else in your life. And so in the beginning of the month, you might, again, squeeze the Venus and the Pluto, obsessive thinking, not obsessive thinking, obsessive feelings maybe. That has to do with someone else. You know, you're a bit obsessed about a relationship maybe. And why? Obsession is not necessarily always bad, because it's going towards the release and the truth. And that's why these things, and you think that you feel things, and it's going to culminate. You will feel a lot and very intense but let that happen. Let it happen. And then Uranus comes along, and you will feel as you won't expect that you will feel, and it will be a release. And it's pointing, especially when Mars enters in already in November, it's pointing towards. And I started with the people pleaser that Librans are. I mean, maybe you're not a people pleaser and you have some Aries in your chart, who knows, but which is the other sign, which is not about pleasing others, but being yourself. But having Mars in your 1st house, it means that if you focus on yourself a bit more, it will do you well. That's basically it. And that can be hard for a Libran. But it shows here, it's a good thing for you. It's a good thing for you now to set yourself on, I'm person number 1. It doesn't mean to say neglect all your relationships. No, it just means adjustments here. There are adjustments that need to be done. And Venus, that squeezing energy of you feeling squeezed, you could say, but because Venus is you will readjust. And now, so these are all stressful aspects. What is going to help us? It's always nice to have a look at what is going to help us. Well, there is blessings, absolutely. Jupiter is in Virgo, in your 12th house, and the North Node enters there as well, around the 13th or something, around that time of November, the North Node enters there as well. Double whammy of, yes, if there is a focus a bit on the 12th house, well, not a bit, a lot actually, you will benefit from it. You will grow tremendously. And what is the 12th house? It's the house of release. So I've got the feeling with this whole story here that when I put all these things together, that there is some release going on, and it will help you for the process. Because the 12th house is an unconscious house, and it means that old patterns as well. When people have a lot of activity in the 12th house, it's like those old patterns that we've been having for years and years and years are knocking on the door, and they're saying, they're not working for you anymore. So and the Jupiter in the North Node shows that it's not going to be a cutoff of an old pattern. No, it's going to be gentle. It's going to be, 12th house is the house of the Piscean. So that energy is going to be gentle. Whatever you are going to release that relates with all the other things that I'm mentioning, you're going to release it gently, and you've got the time for it. You've got more than a year for this. This will take more than a year as well. you know, all this releasing. And that's something to look forward to, that you will be able to do that. And the South Node, spiritual practice, you could say, is the 6th house. So be a bit less busy, almost, you could say. Strange, isn't it? This astrology story with you Librans. But no, I don't want to offend, you know, it's not strange, but it's can be beautiful as well. So be a bit less busy. You know, the details are not that important. Focus on you, especially throughout the end of the month. Focus on you, and especially also December. Stand up for yourself, even when you're not used to that, and even when that is a bit painful for you. You can do it. Anyway, thanks for watching, you Librans. I don't have any other social media than this YouTube channel, so if you like this video, share it if you like. And if you want a reading, just get in touch. Thank you for watching. Have a very truthful month. Bye-bye.